Imagine moving halfway around the world to a country you've never been where you know no one. You hope to make your first friend when you meet your new roommate. Instead, your roommate tells you he fears for his life, all because of the religion you practice. For Luckman, an Ashland University student, that nightmare became a reality when he moved in with an American roommate off campus.
We lived almost 8 months together. At the end he said, well, I was worried, maybe the last night here you'll cut my head.
Dr. Craig Hovey, director of the Ashland Center for Nonviolence and a religion professor at AU, feels that because many Americans' first experience with Islam is through terror attacks, many Americans associate Islam with its violent extremes.
And so when we see Islamic terrorists do violent acts, it can be really easy to associate that violence with Islam itself and not see gradations and variations and types within Islam that we're ready to see within Christianity, which has its own extremists as well.
Hovey hopes that Americans will focus on the many similarities between Islam and Christianity, rather than their differences.
I think we should pay attention to the history of Islam and recognize that the versions of Islam that are most virulent and extreme have a history that goes back about 150 years. But if we go much further back, we can see that Islam arose out of a setting in which there were Jews and Christians, and Jews and Christians and Muslims have, throughout their history, shared quite a lot in common.
Muhammad is another AU student who practices Islam. He has enjoyed making new friends around the Ashland community and likes living in Ashland, he says. He has a simple message for those who do not know much about Islam.
Islam religion, it's not a violence, it's against the violence. It focuses more about the human personality, like you have to take care of your neighbor, you have to take care of yourself, you don't have to hurt anybody or the people around you, especially yourself.
Reporting for AUTV 20, I'm Tom Prizeman.